Christmas in advance. Christmas is a few days away, and I am so looking forward to Christmas. I am going to have a very special Christmas this year. I'm going to tell you all about my Christmas in future videos, but I'm really looking forward to this very special Christmas. I hope yours is going to be special too, and I look forward to sharing your experiences and knowing how it all went. I was just thinking about Christmas, and Christmas is probably the most cross-cultural story there ever was. Think about it. Jesus was in heaven having a good time with God the Father. He was there at his word. Angels did whatever he wanted them to do. The Bible says that the 24 elders sang continually, holy, holy, holy. And then God said, whom will I send? Who will go for us? And Jesus volunteered. Volunteered to go on this earth and be born on this earth and endure everything that he went through. I mean, I can imagine, or well, maybe I can't imagine how it felt being conceived of parents who were not married, and they had to endure all the gossip about what happened. How did you get pregnant when you're not married? And they had to say, well, the angel visited and told me this and all that. The story must have sounded unbelievable, and people must have looked at them like, you're right, okay, one day we're going to find out what you guys did and all that. And Jesus, the time came for him to be born. His parents had to run because the king was after his life. And he went through one thing to the other. Couldn't be born in a hospital or in a hotel. He was born in a manger. It was only shepherds that recognized him. The Bible says he came to his own. His own didn't receive him. And he went through all that. He performed miracles, and they said, come on, you must have been doing that by demons. You're demon possessed. What's wrong with you? Who are you deceiving? You don't even know God. And it must have been a very humiliating experience to him, especially knowing where he was from, knowing how much power, how much authority, how much control he had in heaven. But Jesus endured all that. He did, just because of me. He did, just because of you. I imagine that when Jesus was going through all that he went through, he was thinking of a better tomorrow. He was thinking of that day when I would get born again, when you will get born again. He was thinking of that time when the Bible says that every tongue will confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. And that's the example that we have. I don't know what your cross-cultural experience is like now. Maybe you're asking yourself, did I make a mistake? What happened? Maybe like Jesus, you found yourself in a manger, or maybe like Jesus, people around you just don't understand you. They look at the good things that you're doing and they say, this guy must be demon possessed. He's just pretending. I don't know who he thinks he is. Maybe you feel unappreciated. Maybe your family don't even know who you are. Maybe at work, they just treat you like an irritant or an outcast. And you're wondering, for how long am I going to endure this? For how long am I going to do this? It's even possible that you go to a church where you feel like nothing is happening. Like some of us will say, oh, I'm not growing in this church. You better sit down and grow. It's not the responsibility of your pastor to make you grow. You better sit down. Jesus endured everything. He went through it all. The humiliation of the cross. People spat at him. He was falsely accused. He was treated like he was a nobody. He went through all that knowing who he was. He was never in doubt as to who he was or what God was doing in his life. So as you go through whatever it is that you're going through, maybe you're even looking at this year and say, oh my God, this year has ended again. And I'm still where I was last year. I want you to thank God for life. I want you to remember that the same people who crucified Jesus got to that point where they realized that he was Messiah. I want you to remember that even though Jesus died on the cross of Calvary, he didn't stay on the cross. Even though Jesus was born in a manger, he is still the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. So maybe you're going through your manger experience now. Shepherds are ministering to you, but they're shepherds from the east. You know how it is that people around you don't recognize you, and people from the outside see you for who you are? Maybe that's what your experience is like now. Don't forget, Jesus went through it all. He was born in a manger, but he did not reduce or diminish the fact that he's King of Kings. So as we think about, as we talk about, as we sing about Jesus being born in Bethlehem, the most insignificant city there was then, remember, your insignificance today is not the end of the story. It's just a beginning. So as we celebrate the birth of Christ, I want you to think and thank God that Jesus was born in a manger, but he's the King of Kings. So you're going to come out of whatever situation you are now. As you're going through the manger, stop crying, dust yourself up. Don't ever forget who you are. Don't ever forget that you are the son of the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. And the people who do not recognize you today will come around tomorrow and recognize that Jesus is Lord in your life, in your situation. Enjoy Christmas. Have a very, very, very Merry Christmas. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and invite your friends. We're going to be talking about some interesting topics in the next couple of weeks. I promise you it's going to be fun, it's going to be raw, it's going to be interesting. God bless you. Enjoy the Christmas.